Okay, background is different, not my room. Basically, I just told this fucking story to my friends. They're in the other room, but I just wanted to get it down here because it was just like traumatic as fuck and I never talk about it. And I realized I could tell it in a funny way because in a fucked up way it was funny. And it's when I crashed a car really badly. That's what I'm going to say right now. I was 16. I must have been 16 because or maybe, oh, I might have been 17. But I was in driver's ed. 17, oh, that's kind of embarrassing to crash a car that badly. But anyway, sorry if you've done the same. I don't know. Basically, I was on my last day of driver's ed. You know, 6 in the morning, whatever the fuck, you have to be there. Da 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 da. And we were kind of running late, me and my mom. I didn't have a license yet, I was in driver's ed, so my mom had to be in the car. I didn't know how the fuck to drive. I was just, we'll find out later. I clearly fucking didn't. But, I was just coasting my way through shit. My mom was with me. I was gonna go to driver's ed the last day. I was gonna get the certificate to, I think it's like to get cheaper car insurance. I'm pretty sure, if you complete driver's ed. Um, and yeah, I had done pretty good. I mean, I'd done okay. Uh, probably yeah, okay. I hadn't done all that good, but I had done it, and it wasn't horrible. I wasn't failing. I was getting pretty good grades in driver's ed. And it was the last day, and I was gonna get that damn certificate. And basically, we were rushing a little. I was rushing a little bit, and it was the winter. I live on a mountain, and it's steep, and I was probably going like 20 or 25 down the mountain. But 6 in the morning, very cold, right after it had rained. You can probably see where this is going. Um, and I remember my mom told me to slow down, and I told her like I'm only going like 25, something like 20 or 25. And within like 3 seconds of me saying that, immediately hit like a patch of ice, probably black ice. I don't even know. It was the slippery, slippery kind. And I start swerving all over the fucking road, like just everywhere. Mind you, this is a mountain with like a drop off. So let's say that ignore the finger. I could make a story about that later, but basically, this is the road, windier than that, but right, this is the road. And then the right side where I'm driving, vroom, 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 right off to the side is just a fucking drop off. I'm talking like it's the side of a mountain. Okay, so I'm talking like 30 feet, 40 feet. I mean, it's not like a joke. It's just fucked up like rocks and trees and roots and steepness. So, and there's no guardrail because I live in the sticks. Not right now, I don't, but my hometown is in the sticks. And yeah, there's no funding, so there was no guardrails. So basically, I'm swerving all over the road, and I'm thinking, don't go right. Don't go fucking right. Because right is where the drop off is. Right along the side of the road I'm supposed to be driving on. But at the same time, I'm thinking, don't go left. Because what if there's oncoming, what if somebody's coming up? People go really fast up this part of the town. So I didn't want to go left for oncoming traffic. I didn't want a head on collision, but I didn't want to fucking swerve off the goddamn mountain at the same time. And of course, at the end of the day, I was like, don't go right. I'd rather not swerve off the mountain, okay? But of course, I went right. Because the like, when you're in a panic mode like that, the one thing you don't want to think about, don't do that. Because then you're going to fucking do that. Just what your brain's focused on. So, I was kind of, at that point, looking right at a tree. Like, there was a tree on the, kind of growing out of the ditch, I guess, a little further out than that, but very close to the road. So I was kind of looking like at that, like, maybe if I could crash into that, like maybe we'll be good. I could like control it. I don't know. Just drawing on shit I had barely paid attention to in driver's ed. I was fucking, oh my god, I was never mentally there for that class. It doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't. Basically, I remember I was swerving right, you know, probably would have gone straight fucking off that shit had I not Tokyo drifted that bitch left as fuck. Just literally, like, for my life, twisting that shit left until the car went. "Arr!" Oh, and I was braking the whole time. Obviously, I was braking. I feel like that's a given, right? So the car went veered to the left and went "Arr!" and kind of just flopped on its side. So, my poor mother, my poor mother. Oh, she's screaming the whole time. I mean, I was very so I was so cool. I didn't even make a sound, bro. No, I was so horrified. Like I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm not even sure what. I don't know. But I all I could focus on was like she was screaming like this was the end of her life, and it was fucked up, dude. It was fucked up. And basically, yeah, the car flipped over on her poor fucking side. We were both fine, by the way. Like literally, like not even a bruise. That's part of like what's crazy about the story and what allows it to be so funny. And the driver's side door for me was right above. And I immediately, as soon as we crashed, I was like, oh fuck. And I heard the airbags go off. But I remember thinking it was like, I was just completely panicked. And I was thinking, like, oh my god, the car's gonna explode. I just heard the, like, kind of compression sound of the airbags going off. And I was like, oh my god, the car's gonna explode. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. The car is going to explode. So I was like, trying to desperately like just get out of my seat and fucking open the door and lift it up. But this is an old ass car. It was a Chevy Tracker, like a '94 Chevy Tracker. So first of all, very flippable. I can't completely blame myself for flipping it, and the ice. Like, be nice to me, please. Okay, I know I'm a bad driver, but it's a very flippable car too, and it was old, and the door was so heavy. I could not, and I'm weak. Like I'm fucking weak. I'm chicken arms, dude. I'm fucking weak. Okay, and I couldn't open it at all. And my poor mom is still like upside down or sideways, half upside down, half sideways in her goddamn seatbelt tied on, just like completely frozen, just like don't move, don't move, don't move, because she thought we were gonna go over the edge. But I mentioned the tree earlier because we ended up kind of flipping against the tree. So we had a little bit of like bracing from the tree. So, and I didn't know that obviously in the car, but I could kind of feel I was the one who crashed it, and I could kind of feel we'd crashed into something. And I felt that it was pretty solid. So basically, when I realized I couldn't get out of the car and it was gonna explode with us in it, then I just called 911, and I was, fucking hysterical, and it still took them. My town is so fucked up. It still took, and I'm not making this up. It took them like 15 or 20 minutes to get to us. That's not me being hysterical. I remember checking the time and doing the math because what the fuck else? Like I was just crunching the numbers, bitch. I had no control over anything else. Oh, and the poor dog was in the car too, because my mom brings her dog everywhere. It, great, like golden retriever mix fucking dog, right? But my god, he was just screaming and crying. Obviously, he wasn't hurt, but he was just horrified, just like we were, and he was expressing it, and that wasn't really helpful. But anyway, it took them forever, and it's not because when I say we live in the sticks, I mean we do live in the sticks, but it's mm, 4 or 5 minute drive from like the fire like EMT station to the road, the exact point we crashed on. So I don't know, dude. It. I'm upset about it. I'm not sure who to blame exactly, but I don't like it. So anyway, they finally come, and of course the cops come as well. It's like fucking why, bro? We like in the end. I guess it was it was weird because it was like my school cop officer. So I don't know, maybe because I was on the way to driver's ed, and so they heard about. I'm not sure. It's such a small town. Word probably got out really quick. I'll get into that later. But it was like the school cop, and I remember he like had me. roll down the window, and I remember thinking, because it was like a crank window, but it was right above, and I remember thinking like, wait, why the fuck didn't I think to crawl out of that in the first? Obviously because I was panicked, but I just felt so stupid. And so he had me roll down the window, and he gave me like this thick, heavy jacket, and basically explained like, yeah, we have to cut out the windshield for you guys to get out because the car is flipped in such a fucked up way. Like that's just the safest way to do it. And so yeah, they had the firemen and like the ambulance and shit, pretty much. Oh, the jacket was like to put over us so that when they cut out with this, I don't know, it was like a big electric saw, like that cut through glass, like car glass. Not full Jaws of Life situation, but close to a Jaws of Life situation. You know what I mean? Oops, sorry about that. But yeah, so that was pretty horrifying. And I remember the firefighters helped us out, and the EMT basically had us go into the ambulance, and we had them drive us up the road. Literally, I had crashed so quickly. It was like 600 feet up the road, maybe 1,000 feet up the road to my house. So it was a $1,500 ambulance charge for him to just drop us off at our house. I understand an ambulance isn't a fucking taxi, but so goddamn close. You'd think it would be a little cheaper than that, right? I don't think that's where it would have been more cost effective to just call a taxi. That was our fucking bad. I don't know. We were freaked out. But basically, my dumbass, I don't know what I was thinking. I just called my boyfriend and I was like, uh, hey, like, I'm gonna go to school still. Because, driver's ed happens before school. I think this must have been 11th grade. Yeah, it must have been 11th grade. And yeah, I was a little late getting my license. Okay, I'm sorry. But basically, um, that's not too late. I'm trying to divert from the point. I went to school and I was obviously like just horrified the whole day, and everybody kept coming up to me like, "Oh my god, you flipped the car! Oh my god, you got in a car accident!" Because everybody's uncles, fucking brothers, dogs, grandma, like works in EMT or is married to somebody who works in EMT or is the father of somebody who works in EMT or the police or the this or the that. Like everybody knows fucking everybody. So the second I got to school, every teacher knew, every student knew. Within like an hour, I missed like one or two periods because I remember me and my boyfriend went and got McDonald's because he was like, "Listen, like, if you're gonna go to school, let's let's chill out. Let's have a little break in between." Because I was dead. He didn't want me to, obviously, because he's not fucking insane. But I was just adamant. And here, okay, I'll just tell you the funny part. Like probably the funniest part to me is I remember they gave out the certificates like the next week or something like that in driver's ed. So you show up at the same time and you go and you get your certificate to give you the cheaper fucking car insurance. Excuse me. And I remember basically, uh, I had the balls to actually show up to that and like expect the certificate. Well, not that I actually expected it. I just felt like I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to go down like that. I wanted to at least show my face. I'm sorry. I shampooed my bangs and they always whatever. I think some people get it. Some people don't. That's fine. But I think I just didn't want to go down like that, and I I didn't want to crash and then not show up. I wanted to show like, hey, listen, I fucked up, but like I'm still in the class. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. This whole story, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking for any of this. But he gave me the certificate. It's kind of like he just felt bad for me. Yeah, he just felt bad for me. Um, you don't have to worry though, because I still don't have a license. Please, nobody worry. I still don't drive. I've driven since this happened. This happened years ago at this point, but I can do everything except drive down a fucking mountain. Or do parallel parking. That I can't fucking do either. So, I don't know. Shorter video, but it feels good to like turn something that I've never really talked about before into something that's kind of like a funny, entertaining story. And I told my friends, and I was cracking up, and they were cracking up, and it was hilarious. And I want to go hang out with them again. So, love you guys. Bye.